Right, we start here. The SAPS has been busy ensuring your safety around the country. Police Minister Bheki Cele has been inspecting Safer Festive Season Operations. He joins us now for more details on the operations. Minister, thank you very much for your time. How is South Africa looking so far in terms of festive season safety? Are we okay?
Good morning, Masaka. Merry Christmas and Merry Christmas to your viewership and all South Africans.
Thank you.
Yes, we look okay, but as you know, life, you could always have the room to improve. But up to this point, looking around, I think the situation of calling everybody back from the leave as members of the South African police and saturating the highways, the streets, the townships, looks like it's giving us much better results. Touching everybody this morning to find out what's the story. We don't have big issues around the country when it comes to crime. Almost all provinces, they look okay up to this time.
Minister, you know, I know you were listening to your counterpart, Fikile Mbalula, earlier this week, talking about the festive road safety and how many people have died in major accidents. And he was talking about seeing that people are still traveling between midnight and 4 a.m. when we should be at home. Are police going to be more out during this particular time to ensure that people adhere to the curfew?
Masako, is one problem, even with the crime itself, that is giving us a challenge. This curfew thing, for some reason, people have forgotten, because I'm sure level 1 tells them that everything is open. Last night operations, both especially in eThekwini, where I am, and Gauteng, there were several shippings and places of Ubumnandi that just forgot that at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., they should have closed at 12. That is a challenge we are facing. Western Cape also, they told me the same thing. So I heard that the accidents happened between 11 and 3 or 11 and 4 a.m. when people are not supposed to be there. I think we have agreed that the question of curfew is one thing that we'll have to work harder to enforce. Fortunately, Minister Mbalula would have his people on the road, the National Police of Traffic, the Road Traffic Inspectorate on different provinces, working together with us as SANDF. I think is one thing that we'll have to move harder on it, that to remember there is still the curfew here.
And Minister, just some clarity for South Africans. Some people have been asking why the SANDF has to come out. Is South Africa becoming that violent a country that we need the SANDF to come out to make sure that we follow the law? Or is it because police just need assistance also?
Well, this far, Maseko, I think there is one province that has visible presence of South African National Defence Force members. That is KZN. But they are not doing policing at all. They are dealing with the strategic installation. The main strategic installation here are the N roads. In KZN, we've got 3 N roads, but the most important one will be N3. Yesterday, I took an inspection. I drove from Durban to Moy River, where you pass almost two toll gates. The main one being Moy River. Fortunately, there were roadblocks there. There were soldiers. So soldiers are just giving the support. The support we get from them is to release the police so that they are not kept on those installations, but they are doing the work like patrolling on the beaches, patrolling the townships and all that. So there is nothing extraordinary about their presence. Them is just to give the assistance so that we release the police to do ordinary and usual policing work.
And of course, I'm sure you're appreciative, Minister, of these police officers, these men and women in blue who, have been complaining about not getting, salary increases, etc., but have decided not to go on leave and are out here to make sure that you look good as Minister of Police.
Is a part of the job. It's not only them that are not seeing their families. We're all together. We work together. Yesterday, I had a very long walk on the beach from Shaka Marine to Blue Lagoon. It's almost more than 6 Ks. We were working with the police. There was a group of very young police officers that came from both Limpopo and Mpumalanga here who were enjoying their walk around on the beach, but they were also saying it would be better if they were walking with their loved ones and all that. The other one requested to phone the president and ask if the president can give them the extra salaries. I was quite pleased with the attitude, and they're still jocular, they're still okay, people are still nice. But let me say, everybody must say Merry Christmas to the members of the South African Police. They are out there, they work the whole night, they get wet. Maybe that's one thing we need to make call on it, Maseko. Weather is very bad when it comes to coastal provinces, especially here in KZN. They work on that weather, but the drivers too, they'll have to really take an extra care as they drive around the roads of KZN. We are having people yesterday, most of them were indoors. The weather was not too good. I know that everybody was outdoors in Eastern Cape and Western Cape, but in KZN they were mostly indoors. We expect them to be out tomorrow and the days after, where we are making the call that they will still have to behave as they have been behaving up to this point.
Minister, I'm sure you haven't heard about this yet. We just received the news that there is a man who shot and killed 7 of his family members, one of them a pregnant woman, in a village in Limpopo. Your reaction to that? One of your officers were trying to get a hold of them for them to give us a clearer picture of that bleak situation in Limpopo. But your reaction as Police Minister upon hearing such news?
The very unfortunate part of it, as we have said time and again, when you get these statistics, both rape and murder, people are killed, but mostly raped at the places where they're supposed to be safe, Masako. They are raped and killed in their places of residence, in their places of boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, cousins, and uncles, which tells you the story that mostly they will be harmed and injured by the people they know. It would be just one person quarreling with the family, and then you go for your wife, you go for your kids, you go for the mother-in-law, and everybody. That matter, as we speak, we were looking at it as I spoke to the MEC this morning in Polokwane. But looks like we do have a little bit of a problem at present with Limpopo. There are a group of people that are moving around causing some trouble. This week, in the middle of this week, at Skukuneland, shops, some shopping malls were attacked. Fortunately, the police responded to that, though they did not arrest anybody, but they managed to repel those people that were attacking the shopping malls. Last week, as I was there, as I left just one mall, those people immediately attacked the mall, and fortunately 7 people were arrested there, though this was at Mpumalanga. But there are those groupings around Limpopo who are giving us that problem. So, speaking to the National Commissioner and the Policing Commander Masimula this morning, we said we need to put an extra effort, extra people, extra machinery, and extra resources to make sure that Limpopo is safe and people they are enjoying their festive season there. There is some issues about Limpopo. Remember, a person that has been linked almost on 16 rapes, Maseko, that is appearing in court, was in Limpopo, was caught in Limpopo. So looks like Kuno Satan, there's a little bit of devil that is moving around there. But that is informing us that we need to be extra when it comes to Limpopo again.
So, Minister, we've known your message since the time that you were also National Commissioner. You've been very clear with your police officers. If you are threatened, you use what you need to use to protect yourself. So give us the message that you have for police officers, but also as Police Minister this festive season to South Africans.
Well, it's well explained. When people are protesting for their rights, remember, the Constitution grants all South Africans the permission to march, the permission to protest, but you do that peacefully, without property destruction, without injuring other people. That one is okay. There is a protest that has been going on at Mzamba, that is a border of KZN and Eastern Cape, about the ESCOM issues and all that. So we say to the police, they must go soft on those people. They must use the method that does not cause any harm. But when criminals like the groups and the gangs that I'm talking about moving around in Limpopo, armed, knowing very well that they are there to harm people, in their preparation of committing crime, part of their preparation is to eliminate whoever they come across with. Remember, they don't use broomsticks, they don't use yellow dust to eliminate those people. They use hard stuff. That's why police are given the same capabilities of responding, and when they respond to those people, they must respond decisively. The message is one: their job is to protect the citizens of South Africa and their rights, but they are also the citizens of South Africa. Within the law, they must make sure that they win and they are decisive when they deal with hardcore criminals, so that they themselves are safe, but the rest of us are safe.